Hi, welcome to a video made by a blind person. Yeah, too blind to care what the visuals look like.
I don't think there's going to be a Walgreens haul this week again. There's just too little that I'm interested in. In fact, I'm going to watch the top deals video again for next week, but nothing popped out at me. I mean, it didn't. Although I should pick up a couple of things because I am just downright out of a thing or two. I've got just errands to run this weekend. By the way, if you hear a bunch of this noise throughout my videos, I'm sorry. It's this MP3 recorder that I use doesn't have a neck strap built into it. So I ended up doctoring up this neck strap thing. But ever since my clip broke on my recorder so that I could kind of clip it onto the case, like put it into the case and then like clip it onto it, I don't think the recorder has fit in the case right. So with every movement, it's in here, I'm moving or it's moving or something's moving. You can hear every freaking time. I can edit some of that junk out, but not necessarily all of it. Waiting is the heart of the beast with door-to-door transportation, which is why Uber, spontaneous, if we're here and you need us, we'll get you, Uber. It seems like a no-brainer. Why not take that more often than not? Because from a purely financial standpoint, it makes more sense to take door-to-door transit. Door-to-door transit is $2.50 a trip. Uber is $5 if you're lucky, more like $10 a trip. I mean, one way. And when you're going from my workplace to my home, you're probably looking at more like $20 for one way. And I refuse to take door-to-door transportation home from work under pretty much any circumstances, because that place has multiple doors, and door-to-door transit drivers have this difficult habit of not knowing which one to go to, and they will go there, spend 5 minutes trying to find you, and if they are not able to find you, you're screwed. They'll leave without you. And the stress of that and the confusion of the random employee that doesn't know who I am and shouldn't have been put in that position, but since the driver doesn't know where to go, they ended up being the one to answer the door or interact with the driver. I mean, it's just too stressful of a situation. I went through it once and swore to myself I'd never let it happen again. And that means door-to-door transit doesn't take me home. So if my preferred ride service isn't available and there's not anyone else available and I refuse to take door-to-door transit, the only option left in a situation like that where I need to get home from work and there's no one else available is to take Uber. So I need the money there if I need to take Uber. I just would rather not be on my last Uber dollar when I'm going home from Walgreens or the postal box place. Really, ideally, I would get someone else to take me on some of these errands. Okay, well, I just set it up. I set up Walgreens and Starbucks, and hopefully my friend from church will be able to just run me through the postal box place on the way home from church. I was thinking about getting envelopes and stuff, but I don't really need to do that. What I need to do is get the package that's waiting and pay for the next 3 months worth of postal box before I, lose that. I mean, that's, seriously due. Good morning. I spent way too much time doing stuff last night, and now I don't even know if I have time to tell you what's up today. But I have to try because I can't really talk in the car. Not enough time in that ride and too many ears around. So I'm going to church really only because there's something that we need to take care of. I'm not going to talk about it right now. I'll probably talk about it later. But this particular service I'm not really that concerned about being at. But I'm going to go anyway, if only because we need to take care of this little And then hello? Okay, be right there. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I spent way too much time doing stuff last night, and so he's here, and I really can't talk. I'm just gonna have to vlog and talk when I get the chance, I guess. Yeah, one of these kind of vlogs. High 50s. Hopefully it doesn't end up being too cold. Just for the, what's it gonna be? A couple of minutes that I'm out here. What am I trying to get? This. Well, just because you're not door-to-door transit doesn't mean I want to spend forever coming out to meet you when you get here. Good morning. That's another reason why I can't really vlog in this car, because there's so much music. Music this loud. Really, the biggest reason I'm going to church today is because I have a little bit of a chore to take care of with the pastor. It has nothing to do with me wanting to sit in on a immediately post-crucifixion linguistics 101 course. Oh, that's next week? I thought that was today. Oh. Okay, then I got out of it. Well, then we'll chat between now and next week. I don't know if I'm going to go. Okay. See, I don't have the balls to put everything that everyone says, including everyone else, on YouTube. That's why you're not going to hear what I just found out. At least not in their words or in their voice. Well, see, she's always so vocal about, like, we pull into the parking lot and she remembers what's going on, and she's like, oh Lord, it's pet day, or oh geez, it's this, that, and the other day. I'm like, well, if she can get away with it, why can't I? I'm like, yeah, I really don't want to be here today, but because of this. But if it's next week, I'll just maybe not go next week. No disrespect to anyone, it's just I really don't want to sit and listen to foreign languages for 45 minutes. And besides, I don't know how into the color stuff I can be anyway. Well, I have over here to figure it out. So, and by then half of them will fall out of the race.
What was that sign outside?
Pete, what's his name from, I don't even know how to pronounce him, but the guy in Indiana who's been the mayor and wants to be president. I don't know enough about him to decide if he's got my vote yet or not, but I was telling him, you don't think so? Well, yeah, why? Because the same crap will happen this time as happened last time? Yeah. That doesn't mean I'm not going to vote for whoever I end up wanting. Well, I'm barely sure it matters anyway. I mean, I'm going to vote because not voting, wanting one person to win and not voting for him is like casting a vote for the other person. But no one really cares what we want anyway. Look at what happened last time. I won't even. Well, there it is. It's official. But like I said, I'm kind of glad it happened that way because I'm not sure if I want to go or not. My driver and I, a friend/driver, and I both thought that this linguistics 101 class was this week, and it turns out it's next week, so I have a chance to not be here for it. And I mean, you gotta understand, one of the people in this little 3-person party, myself, the guy who's driving, and his wife, is always, I might have been able to say that earlier, she's so vocal about, when we come in and it's like animal blessing, cuddle buddy day, she'll be the one that says, oh God, it's animal day or whatever, And to that, I want to say, no one put a gun to your head and said, you have to come today. If you don't like it, don't show up. Personally, the animal thing, my problem with the animal thing is people bringing their animals that really don't do well being in their carriers for an hour and a half or sitting under the pew on their leash for an hour and a half. They get whiny and don't like being there. I mean, don't do that to your animal. Know your pet. If you could have the sweetest little lovey in the world. I get it. I do. I get it. But don't force them to come in if they're not going to be able to handle it. I'll talk about it more later, but anyway, so often she'll complain about things and I'm like, okay, I really don't want to hear it. But I'm like, well, if she can get away with it, so can I. But now it's about next week, that's happening next week, so I might just play hooky next week.
Take this picture. Thinking about that just yesterday. That's a huge part of my life, is figuring out, making door-to-door transportation arrangements, thinking, gee, I wouldn't mind leaving, but I probably can't. What's my door-to-door transit ETA? Yeah, do I cancel the door-to-door transit or do I get an Uber? Well, can I afford to get an Uber? It's not that expensive, but do I have a way to get to work or get home from work, rather? But I think it also depends on where you're going. I mean, from my workplace home is a good chunk of change. From my place to, say, Starbucks or my bank or a place nearby, that's not a big deal. I could easily do that. I've got to pick something up. I've got to pay for my box, and then if we're able to, I've got something that it's another one of those emails that I'll call up. There's an address in there, etc., etc. I've got something that could be sent out. I don't have to do it all today, but I would like to if I can. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to go or not, but if I go, I'll see you next week. Okay, I'm home really briefly. What's going on here is church let out uncharacteristically early. It is not noon yet. And the post box place doesn't open until noon. So we kind of had to kill a little bit of time before I can go and take care of what I have to take care of. My friend from church was able to take me to the postal box place. We're going to get that taken care of. Then, hopefully that won't take a good solid 45 minutes because my window to go to, where am I going first? Walgreens, I think, opens at 1:45. Then it's kind of Walgreens home, Starbucks home. That's what the rest of my afternoon is going to look like. And by the time I get home for good, I think my window going home is like 6:15 to 6:45 or something. Yeah, by the time I get home, I'll be ready to be home for the night. Okay, I had just enough time to offload this footage from this morning onto my USB drive, and I will edit that together later. And he's going to be back any second now. I would like to at some point. I'm not going to ask him to do it today, first of all, because I don't want to get rid of it right now. Secondly, because I think he's got stuff to do this afternoon. But at some point, I want to give this camera, aka MP3 recorder. In all seriousness, I'm using an MP3 recorder. I'm calling it my YouTube camera because it's as close to a YouTube camera as this blind vlogger is probably ever going to get. I think I have another clip around here, but I don't know how to put those things on. I am probably going to ask my friend from church, who kind of doubles as my driver slash kind of jack of all trades, to put the spare clip that I have on this thing, and or maybe I'll collect all the pieces of the clip that I discovered at work got broken, and I just kind of pieced it all together and left it in my work cubby drawer. I might get that and see if he can put it back together, or I do know where there's a spare clip. I only have one spare clip, but I want a clip back on this thing because, as we established last time, I put this thing in the case. I walk around, you get this stupid noise. That's part of the reason why you don't hear me walking around very often, because we got this stupid thing. You can hear this moves. We got this isn't fitting in the case. You know, there's nothing to like hold it up. So you hear this dumb noise every time. I mean, yeah. It's like the Sony whatever it was. I may have to find that video. I have no idea how to find that video. God knows what it was titled. Like 2 years ago, Jessica from Jess Fam she had been a lifelong, or she had been a long line. I can't talk. She had been a lifelong or long time brand loyal Canon user. And Sony, I guess, contacted her and said, "You want to review this camera?" And she's like, "Sure." And she worked with it for a while. She vlogged with it for a while. And then she was like, "Okay, I'm going to go back to Canon. I just don't like this camera. This thing," and she pointed out these things. It made this sound. She's like, "This thing is so annoying. There's these little clips on the side of this camera you can hear every freaking time you like move the camera at all. This rattly sound." I got the same thing here. Without a clip, you shove it in the case, you walk around, and you got this kind of noise every time you move at all. So I am thinking back when I had a clip that either wasn't as bad or we didn't have it at all. So I'm going to see about getting a clip back on this thing. Hello? Okay, be right there. Wow. Yeah, I know. That's part of the reason I'm here. What is this? Oh, okay. I know what that is. I asked them to send that here instead of my place. First of all, here to pick that up. Second of all, I have rent to pay. And third, if you got a box and some like packing material, I'd like to show the address and put this in the mail and
ship that out?
Yeah. I'll keep that in mind for one of these next times. Right now, just give me 3 months worth. This is the email I got when I said, "Can I get an RMA number so I can send this back?" Here's what they sent. And it's got the RMA number, the address, and good until the 1st of September as far as renting the box is concerned. And that box will be on its way tomorrow. Okay, I'm home. It is
12:30 p.m.
12:30. I have an hour and 15 minutes before this window opens, and I'm gonna offload this footage onto my USB drive. Probably rip into this. Yeah, I'll get scissors and rip into this. And maybe get some editing done, who knows. Oh, I don't know what I expected today, but after my friend left, there was a lot that happened, some of which I didn't vlog, but I mean, it was, by the end of living through it all at like 7 o'clock at night, I was like, well, not even 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock at night, I was like, there's no way in hell I'm going to edit all of this and put it up tonight. Well, I edited what I had to edit from this morning and like part of the afternoon, you know, up to the point I had finished my post box stuff, and we're already at 20 minutes. Like I said last video, if we get past 30 minutes, Tunes to Tube, which is my online audio to video creator, can't handle anything bigger than 30 minutes. And we're already at 20 point something minutes. So I'm thinking what I want to do is just do this last bit of editing, put this up, and we'll get to the really messed up part of it next time. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please follow me on Twitter, or if you really want to, on Facebook. If you're blind or visually impaired and wish you had sighted assistance on demand, check out Ira. That just might be how you can get some. If you believe that when disabled people find the right job, they should actually keep it, sign the Walmart Preserve Disabled Door Greeters Jobs petition. If you believe 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time is too much to ask for a new YouTuber, sign the Do Not Demonetize petition. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.